Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi everyone. I hope everyone is doing well during this pandemic, and please stay safe wherever you are. My name is Muhammad Amirul Shafiq bin Izam, an undergraduate student from School of Educational Studies, University Science Malaysia. As you can see on the slide, my presentation today will be about SDG 14, Life Below Water. Before I proceed with my presentation, let's get some ideas on what we will have today. My presentation is divided into 3 parts. For the first part, it is an induction set that just wants you to have a brief idea about the ocean around the world. Next, the second part is our main topic, which is Sustainable Development Goals 14, Life Below Water. And the last part is a closure related to ocean pollution and what we can do to protect our ocean. Just want to share with you guys, and maybe some of you already know the fact that our oceans cover about 75% of the Earth's surface, containing 97% of the Earth's water and represent 99% of the living space on the planet by volume. Okay. I have a question. How many oceans are there? Okay. Okay. While there is only one global ocean, the vast body of water that covers 75% of the Earth is geographically divided into distinct named regions. The boundaries between these regions have evolved over time for a variety of historical, cultural, geographical, and scientific reasons. Historically, there are 4 named oceans: the Pacific, the Atlantic, Indian Ocean, and Arctic. Okay. However, most countries, including United States, now recognize the southern Antarctic as the 5th ocean. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Sorry. I prepared a video from YouTube. Please try to understand the power of plankton that we even did not realize before. Okay, let's get started. Okay.
Oceans and seas cover around 70% of the Earth, making the marine environment the largest habitat on the planet. This habitat is home to a diverse range of animals, some very large like whales, sharks, and dolphins. There are also a vast number of tiny organisms which are perhaps the most important of all life on the planet. These tiny organisms are plankton. Some are so small you could fit thousands of them in a single spoon. There are 2 distinct types of plankton. The first are plants, otherwise known as phytoplankton. These microscopic plants need light to grow, so are found in the top 10 meters of the oceans. They live as single cells or group together in chains, and they can photosynthesize just like plants on the land. Phytoplankton absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen. They do this so well that they produce almost 50% of the world's oxygen. Phytoplankton are the foundations of the marine food chain. They are food for the second type of plankton, zooplankton. Zooplankton are very important and one of the most numerous groups of organisms on the planet. There are two types of zooplankton. Holoplankton are planktonic organisms throughout their entire life cycle. This group includes copepods, ketognaths, and pteropod mollusks. The second type, meroplankton, are the eggs, larvae, and juveniles of other marine animals such as fish, barnacles, crabs, starfish, and anemones. Zooplankton form the base of the marine food chain and feed larger animals such as fish, jellyfish, shellfish, and corals. Some of the largest marine animals feed only on plankton. Basking sharks, manta rays, whale sharks, and baleen whales can all hoover up millions of plankton in one mouthful. Plankton are very nutritious, sustaining these giants of the sea and maintaining fish stocks around the world. The diversity of marine life is highly dependent on the plankton in our seas and oceans. This makes plankton excellent indicators of change in the marine environment.
Okay, I will stop the video.
Continually monitor their abundance, composition.
Okay. Generally, plankton can be divided into two, which are zooplankton and also phytoplankton. But for today, we will only focus on phytoplankton. Phytoplankton, also known as microalgae, are similar to terrestrial plants on land that conduct photosynthesis in order to live and grow. Most phytoplankton are buoyant and float in the upper part of the ocean where sunlight can penetrate the water. I think you all already learned in school the process of photosynthesis, right? Okay, photosynthesis is the process by which plants use carbon dioxide, water, and sunlight to produce oxygen and create energy in the form of sugar. So, from this process, we know that phytoplankton can absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and produce up to more than 50% of the oxygen that we take in every single time. Okay. Now, you already understand the importance of phytoplankton in the ocean. Yeah, let's move on to the next slide. Okay. Sustainable development was described as a development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Okay. For today, we will focus on the SDG 14, which aims to conserve and sustainably use the world's ocean, seas, and marine resource. Okay? This is the how to say the logo of SDG 14. Okay, there are 10 targets in SDG 14. Okay, let's see one by one. Okay, this is the first target, reduce marine pollution. Second target is to protect and restore ecosystem. Third target, reduce ocean acidification. Fourth target, sustainable fishing. Fifth, conserve coastal and marine areas. Six, and subsidize contributing to overfishing. Seven, increase the economic benefits from sustainable use of marine resources. Eight, increase scientific knowledge, research, and technology for ocean health. Oh, sorry, 14A. Just now it's 14A. This one is 14B. Support small scale fishers. Last one, implement and enforce international sea law. Okay. In my opinion, as a student, as a school student, primary and school student, you can at least achieve the first target, which is to reduce marine pollution. Okay. The rest of the targets, let us give to adults, government, policymakers, local council, and so on to tackle it. Okay? Okay. From the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, by 2025, we should prevent and significantly reduce marine pollution of all kinds, in particular from land-based activities, including marine debris and nutrient pollution. Okay, now let me ask you a question. How can you reduce marine pollution? Please try to think about it. Okay, it is a simple manner that you can practice wherever you are. Okay, for example, even if you have a small trash like a candy packaging on your hand, please throw it in the right place or keep it uh, on you until you find the rubbish bin. Yeah. Okay, I prepared another video that tells us about ocean pollution. Let's watch together.
Up to 20 million tons of plastic goes into the ocean every year. That's as much as 3 kilograms per person each year. Plastics make up roughly half of each person's contribution to ocean pollution. Fertilizers, manure, and untreated sewage pollute the ocean at a rate of 1.4 kilograms per person per year. This causes hypoxia or dead zones in the ocean, killing off marine wildlife. Waste oil from vehicles and machines enters the ocean at a rate of 180 grams per person every year. And other pollutants, like mercury, are introduced to the ocean in small but devastating amounts. But this is not inevitable. We can reduce pollution by rethinking and modifying the way we produce and consume. We can reverse this trend and help reclaim the ocean for its rightful owners.
All right. Okay, from the video, we know that plastic debris contributes the highest percentage to ocean pollution. As you can see on the slide, that is a Great Pacific Garbage Patch. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is a collection of marine debris located in the North Pacific Ocean. Okay. Marine debris is litter that ends up in oceans, seas, and other large bodies of water. How can this happen? The amount of debris in the Great Pacific Garbage Patch accumulates because much of it is not biodegradable. Okay, for instance, marine debris can be very harmful. Um, sorry. For instance, marine debris can be very harmful to sea turtles who often mistake plastic bags for jellies because that is their favorite food. Okay. Next, seals and other marine mammals are especially at risk. Okay. They can get entangled in abundant plastic fishing nets, which are being discarded largely due to illegal fishing. In fact, Many plastics do not wear down, but they simply break into tinier and tinier pieces which end up being microplastic. So, what is microplastics? Okay, briefly explain, microplastics are those that are less than 5 milliliters in length. But why are microplastics a problem? Because they block digestive tracts, diminish the urge to eat, and alter animals' feeding behavior. Hence, their stomachs are filled with plastics, some species starve, and can cause death. Seafood consumers could be harmed as well. Okay. Now, let's talk about how we can protect our oceans. Okay. I wrote down only 3 ways that you can practice in your daily life routine. Okay. First is doing beach cleanup. Okay. Beach cleanup or coastal cleanup is volunteer activities that take place on a regular basis along coastlines around the world. Okay, unfortunately, currently we are in PPN, Pelan Pemulihan Negara Phase 1 or 2 depending on your respective states, which prevent us from doing mass outdoor activities. Okay. However, okay, indirectly, these movement control orders have provided an opportunity for the environment to rehabilitate itself. In fact, what is most important here is how we manage our solid waste. Okay. If you are in public place, then we are responsible for the waste we generate. Okay. Therefore, as intelligent human beings, we have to throw rubbish into the rubbish bin carefully instead of throwing rubbish on the beach, for example. Okay. Okay. The second point is reduce your carbon footprint. Okay. Why do we have to reduce our carbon footprint? Okay. Directly, reducing your carbon footprint can help you live a healthier lifestyle as well as save your money. Whether it's whether it is cleaner air, a healthy diet, or reduce energy bills, these benefits of reducing your carbon footprint also mean you are what? Okay, you are doing your bit to combat climate change. Okay, there are several simple ways you can practice in your home or maybe in your school soon. First, ride a bike, walk, or use public transport to go to nearby places. And please switch off electricity when not in use. Okay, last but not least, um, try to avoid using single-use plastics in your daily life. Okay, what you can do is first, stop using plastic straws. Next, please use a reusable produce bag to the grocery and bring your own food container, water bottle, or tumbler every time and everywhere. Okay? Okay. I think that's all for my presentation. I hope you are learning something from my presentation, and that's all from me. Thank you.